Yeah, I think we've been doing this, having these types of performances for large parts of the first 12 matches, and finally, I think we realized a full 90 minutes. We really limited a talented, well-coached Atlanta team, and then we were really dangerous ourselves. And even through some adversity of going down a goal, and then having a rough start to the second half, and just kind of an unfortunate giveaway and an unfortunate way to give up a second goal. It's just kind of random. We just continue to show what we're about, and that's what we're going to continue to do, throughout the entire season. And I think this is a really good performance to build on. Really proud of the group.
And obviously Christian is like a force there.
It's incredible.
Get the ball to his head.
Yeah.
And good things are going to probably happen.
Yeah, I mean, he's incredible. I'm not going to sit here in front of you and, act like, and I don't think our team's ever going to act like we don't have a guy that has had 2 hat tricks this year. I think he's on 11 goals now, and he's just such an incredible presence in our team beyond the goal scoring. So I don't think anyone's going to sit here and create a narrative that's not going to talk about him first, because he deserves to be talked about. He is a handful. And one more time, he allows other players, to come into the match and have dangerous opportunities themselves. Mm-hmm. So I'm very lucky to work with him.
And Jared, not just with Christian, has really seems to have taken his game to a level where his ability to cross the ball turns into a weapon.
Yeah.
Really almost every game.
Yeah, I mean, between Jared, Aaron, Clicky down that right side, and then I actually thought we had some good balance with Koo and Jacob Murrow at times, and Christian Dahome, Gabby when he came in on the right side. I think we were just really balanced tonight, and we limited them really throughout the run of play to any dangerous chances, and then we were able to get a lot of guys involved. And you're exactly right. I'm happy to see Jared have the output in the final third. And that's what Jared's really good at. I mean, he's really good at having a knack to find the right space and find the right pass in the end.
Why did you decide to get Thomas his first appearance in MLS in a situation like this?
Yeah, I mean, look, he's been training really well. He's been training now fully for about 2.5 weeks, and has looked good. And we talked about him coming into. He's obviously familiar with the center back position, but he can play in the middle of the field as well. Very talented player that I'm happy got his debut, and certainly it means a little bit more to come back to his former club and pick up 3 points in front of his family. So we needed to freshen it up a little bit. We needed to have more legs, and that's the lessons we've learned as a coaching staff over the last few weeks. Whenever we give up some chances late.
The 2 substitutions at halftime, were injuries involved at all?
No. Plan with Koo, just because we wanted to keep building him in the right way. And Daho was on a yellow, and we just felt like we wanted to make that change. And one more time, Connor was the right solution.
And Connor, coming off the injury, was 45 was probably good.
Yeah, that was again 45 was kind of the max for him, and he took a little bit of a knock, so we're gonna have to evaluate that, which I think is the only disappointment tonight, because he played quite well himself.
Christian or Connor?
Connor. Yeah,
Okay.
Connor.
So Connor has another.
We'll have to evaluate it. We'll see.
Brian, you want to take some questions on Zoom?
Yeah, evening, Troy.
Hey, how you doing?
Jonathan. Hey, Troy, Jonathan here from MLS Soccer. We got a long way to go in this season, but Christian's tied for the Golden Boot race. Just how realistic is that for him, and what's required for a Golden Boot charge? We've seen that over the years, and health maybe is the first answer that comes to mind.
Yeah, I think that's absolutely realistic, especially the way that we play and the way we attack, and the creativity that we have to be able to find him. I don't think it's a coincidence how often we find him in the match. It has a lot to do with Christian and his understanding of space and his understanding of where he needs to be in the box, but then also he always credits his teammates first. And there's another guy that he's battling with currently, and when you talk about Golden Boot, that's a possibility. But then in terms of like MVP and that type of talk. I think that should be in the same conversation with what Christian's allowing our team to do. Because without him, we don't have some of the results that we have. He really is carrying this team in a number of different ways, and I'm hoping we can continue to build on that.
What about the off-field part of it, though, too? Because I think when we've interacted with him at the league, we've been really impressed by his humility and how much he's embraced this chapter in his career, because this is a player who's played at the highest levels in our game.
Yeah, every time that I have any interaction with him, I'm impressed by his growth mindset. He's just so open-minded. I can be really honest and really critical of Christian, and he likes that. He likes to get really direct feedback, and I think that sets the tone for our entire group to say, let's hold one another accountable. And when you talk about cultures and environments, when you have someone like that is your leader, and then he goes and he always influences the game and impacts the game for us with goals, it makes my job much, much easier.
Next, we'll go to Jose.
Hey Troy, thanks for talking with us this evening. It's your first road win of the season, but you guys have performed really well on the road. Can you kind of elaborate on the preparation of preparing for on the road, and how you assess how your team has performed on the road thus far this season?
Yeah, I think we've been throughout the entire season on the road, we've shown that we can go anywhere and compete. I think New York City is the only match that I look at and can say they were better than us on the night. But I don't think it has a lot to do with being on the road. I think it has a lot to do with us trying to go and be ourselves. We have to do some different things sometimes just based on, the obvious of what the opponent's trying to do. But you don't see us change very much from home to away, and I think that's a real strength of ours. So I'm really happy to finally pick up our first win. I think we probably could have had one or two already. But this is where we are currently, and we're going to try to build off of it for Wednesday.
And lastly, you mentioned Wednesday, and then you have the other game next Saturday in quick succession there. What's going to be key to make sure you guys are not just focused to get a good result, but keep players fresh? Are we going to see some squad rotation in these next couple of matches?
Yeah, it's possible. We making that change with Daho and Koo helped us, and one was planned in Koo coming off at 45. But I think those two guys have been able to save a little bit of legs, and then Jared coming off helped save a little bit of him as well. And even Christian for the final 5, 6, 7 minutes, I think that's helpful just to make sure we keep him fit. But we just need to get everybody to get home, sleep, recover, and get ready for Wednesday. It's going to be a tough one.
Thank you, Troy. Appreciate it.
And then we have one more submitted from Zoom, Troy.
Yep.
Along with Benteke's performance, Stroud seemed to find so many seams and pockets. How were you able to create those openings and such regularly tonight?
Yeah, I'm going to continue to say the same things. I think that Jared, Aaron, Clicky, as good as of an understanding of where Christian is in the box, the build up to that oftentimes is through those three players trying to create an overload and create an advantage, and we do it in different ways. And I think that they have a lot of freedom to go and be creative with their movement and creative with some of their combination play. And just as this makes my job easier to have Christian on the end of those plays, it makes it easy to work with guys that are really smart in the attack and third, like Jared, Aaron, and Clicky.